You made a mistake.
You don't want to do this.
Yeah, we do.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you missed in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 5.
Well, these boots are not made for walking.
But don't flirt with my sister.
Finished?
For this list, we're looking at the Easter eggs, comic book references, and MCU callbacks you might have missed in this episode of the Disney Plus series. Since we'll be talking about every detail, beware of big spoilers flying your way. Which of these flew under your radar? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Walker's parallels to Iron Man.
I am Captain America.
Walker took a break from imitating Captain America in Episode 5 so that he could follow in Iron Man's footsteps.
And I am Iron Man.
As we anticipated, Walker found himself fighting two heroes at once like Iron Man did in Civil War. However, we weren't expecting his left arm to end up in a sling after fighting the Winter Soldier. That's exactly what happened to Tony in Civil War. But Walker saved a major Iron Man comparison for last. When we heard him hammering away after the credits, we immediately thought back to Avengers Endgame. You can hear the sound of Tony hammering in the credits of that film. Maybe Walker is imitating Iron Man because of his recent fallout with the Captain America mantle. Number 9. Zemo might have cellmates in the Raft.
We will take him to the Raft, where he will live out his days.
The Raft is a prison specifically designed to hold superpowered people, where a handful of Avengers were sent in Civil War. And it looks like it's getting one more high-profile prisoner. Luke Cage also had his brother Willis Stryker, aka Diamondback, imprisoned there after the two fought in Harlem. He later brought this up to Jessica Jones after her adopted sister Trish committed several evil acts.
You sent him to prison.
Worse, I sent him to the Raft. Kill me to do it.
After some debate, the heroine sent her sister to the Raft as well. Admittedly, we're not 100% sure if the events of Luke Cage or Jessica Jones will be mentioned in the MCU TV shows or movies. But if those stories are canon, Zemo will spend a lot of time with Diamondback and Trish Walker in the future.
Yeah. I was afraid you would say that.
Number 8. Walker was calmer about the Cap situation in the comics.
Senator, I am Captain America.
Not anymore.
After taking the life of a flag smasher, Walker is discharged from active service and informed that he can no longer be Captain America. He does not take this news well.
I understand that! I understand that! I lived my life by your mandates. I dedicated my life to your mandates.
However, this process went down much differently for his comic counterpart. While Walker was serving as Captain America, he was, ironically enough, kidnapped by Flag Smasher and saved by Steve Rogers. So, the higher-ups decided to give the mantle back to the first Captain America. Instead of reacting negatively, Walker encourages Steve and personally hands over the shield. The contrast between how these two Walkers handled this moment makes the show's version of Walker seem more unhinged, childish, and dangerous.
They just do not know what it takes to be Captain America. They just don't. It's not like I'm just gonna disappear.
Okay, focus.
Number 7. Bradley and his wife experience a different tragic fate. Isaiah Bradley never got to say a proper goodbye to his wife before she passed on.
She died while I was in jail. They never let a single one of her letters get to me.
While he was in prison, she went to her grave believing that her husband had already died. Sadly, their story doesn't have a happy ending in the comics either. The comic version of Faith Bradley always believed her husband was alive and fought to free him from imprisonment. By the time she got him out, Isaiah's mind had deteriorated so much that he could barely talk. Since the show's version of the character did not lose his ability to speak, he's able to give Sam a unique perspective about being Captain America.
I need to understand.
You understand. Every black man does.
But he's still unable to get the time he deserved to have with his wife.
My God. Sam, I loved her so much.
Number 6. Walker may become a darker version of U.S. agent.
And I would never let the person who did that get away. I hope you can find some measure of peace in that.
Now that Walker's a free agent, we think we know what his next move will be. After he handed over Captain America's shield in the comics, it looked like we wouldn't see him again. But a few issues later, Walker returned as a hero called the U.S. Agent. That version of the character had the backing of government officials. But the show's Walker has clearly fallen out of favor with his higher-ups.
John F. Walker, it is the order of this council that you are no longer to act in any capacity as a representative of the United States government or its military.
If he decides to take his homemade shield out into the field, he'll have no official support. Walker already did terrible things when he was reporting to his higher-ups. So it's scary to think what he'll do if he starts his career as U.S. agent as an unlicensed vigilante.
I only ever did what you asked of me, what you told me to be and trained me to do, and I did it. And I did it well.
Number 5. Torres once had organic wings?
What happened to these?
So is there anything we can do?
Not really.
During episode 5, Torres gets his hands on Sam's damaged pair of wings. It felt like this moment confirmed that he'll follow his comic book counterpart and become the next MCU Falcon. But there's one major difference between the two interpretations of this character. In the comics, Torres grows wings after he's experimented on by a twisted doctor. He also gains a fast healing factor. While Sam Wilson is struggling with being a werewolf, don't ask, Torres flies in with his new abilities for the first time. We somehow doubt we'll see Anthony Mackie as a werewolf or Danny Ramirez sporting organic wings like he's X-Men's Angel.
It's what you want.
But we are certain that a new hero is waiting in the wings.
Wait, yo, you forgot the wings.
Keep 'em.
Number 4. Falcon just got a significant upgrade. Before we had time to mourn the loss of Sam's wings, Bucky asked the Wakandans to replace the crucial accessories.
You can sign for it and I'll go. I called in a favor from the Wakandans.
Although we haven't fully seen them in action yet, the comics give us a few exciting ideas about what they'll be able to do. We've seen Sam's Wakandan wings get a vibranium microwave that gives him some extra protection. He's also gotten upgrades that let him change the shape of his wings, fly much faster, and even regenerate them if they're damaged. We've seen the people of Wakanda produce some awe-inspiring tech in live action.
Check these out. Remote access Kimoyo beads. Updated to interface directly with my sand table.
The MCU's version of the wings might be able to do everything they can in the comics, and more.
I can live with that. Perfect. Thanks for the help, man. Meant a lot.
Number 3. Sharon Carter seems very suspect. Eagle-eyed viewers started suspecting Sharon might be up to no good when they got a look at her phone. Director Rian Johnson once claimed that villains are not allowed to use Apple products in Hollywood movies.
I don't know if I should say this or not. Oh no! Every single filmmaker who has a bad guy in their movie that's supposed to be a secret wants to murder me right now.
Not only does Sharon lack an iPhone, she also seemingly used it to spring Batroc from jail and hire him.
I have a job for you. Oh, please, if it weren't for me, you'd still be rotting away in that Algerian prison.
But is she as evil as she seems? The first thing we see Batroc do is join Carly's crew.
You invite me here for a picnic or what?
If Sharon wanted to get intel on the Flag Smashers, she could have easily sent him undercover as a double agent. It feels like there's a 50-50 chance of her being good or evil. We guess the finale will reveal whether she's as evil as the Power Broker or as good as the Avengers.
And that surprises you? So you don't want to go into this blind.
Number 2. Contessa Valentina may have been a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Actually, it's Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. I know it's hard, but I don't like to repeat myself.
Our jaws dropped when we saw legendary actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus appear as Contessa Valentina. In the comics, this character was once an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. She even fought alongside Sharon Carter on a team called the Femme Force. However, Valentina is later revealed to be a Russian mole within S.H.I.E.L.D. Since Dreyfus is set to appear in Black Widow, this story could play out in the MCU.
I mean, you would have been doing him a favor if you'd taken out the whole lot. But these guys in ties, they got a whole thing to protect.
Natasha Romanoff was infamously trained as a Russian agent before joining S.H.I.E.L.D. Did the Avenger have meetings with Nick Fury and Valentina? Or did the two women meet under more questionable circumstances? Either way, we cannot wait to see what Valentina does next.
Excuse me, who are you? Anyway, you did the right thing.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. U.S. agent was once sent to take the shield from Sam.
You gotta give me the shield, man.
Sam and Bucky fought like hell to reclaim the shield from someone who they did not believe was worthy of holding it. This scene is a unique reflection of the comics. A group uses negative tweets, slanted news reports, and biased arguments to help convince U.S. agent to take the shield from Sam. This leads to an absolutely brutal one-on-one fight between the former and current Captain Americas. In the end, Sam Wilson wins the right to keep the mantle. Now that Sam has the shield and Walker is set to become U.S. agent, this comic matchup looks more and more likely.
Look, John, I know you want this. I get it, you.
We hope the show mirrors the comics and that Sam stands victorious again.
What would be the point of all the pain and sacrifice if I wasn't willing to stand up and keep fighting?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.